Over 60. These 7 foods ruin your teeth. Stop eating them to protect your smile and avoid decay. Number 1 is dried fruits, sticky sugar bombs in disguise. At first glance, dried fruits might seem like one of the healthiest snacks out there. They're natural, full of fiber, and easy to keep in your kitchen. Dates, figs, apricots, raisins, they're small, sweet, and convenient. But here's something most seniors don't know. Dried fruits can quietly wreak havoc on your teeth, especially as you age. Here's why. During the drying process, water is removed from the fruit, but the natural sugars become highly concentrated. According to the Journal of the American Dental Association, dried fruits can contain up to 7 times more sugar than their fresh versions. And it doesn't stop there. They're also sticky, which means they cling to your teeth and gums long after you've swallowed. That sticky sugar creates the perfect environment for harmful bacteria, which feed on the sugar and produce acid that eats away at your enamel. Now, if you're over 60, this becomes an even bigger problem. As we age, saliva production naturally slows down. Saliva is your body's way of neutralizing acid and washing away food particles. Less saliva means more sugar stays behind, more acid gets produced, and your enamel wears down faster. On top of that, many seniors have crowns, bridges, or fillings, and dried fruit can pull them loose or even crack weaker teeth. A 2022 survey by the National Institute on Aging showed that older adults who ate dried fruit daily were twice as likely to experience dental complications, including tooth sensitivity, damaged fillings, or unexpected decay. And it's not just the sugar. Many store-bought dried fruits are treated with acidic preservatives like lemon juice or sulfur dioxide to extend shelf life. That lowers the pH even further, turning a simple snack into a high-acid, high-sugar attack on your enamel. So, what can you do? If you choose to eat dried fruit, do it with a meal, not as a standalone snack. Rinse your mouth with water right afterward. And if you wear dental appliances or have sensitive teeth, it's safest to skip dried fruits altogether. The truth is, dried fruits might be sweet, but their effects on aging teeth are anything but. One simple change, avoiding dried fruits, can save you pain, costly dental visits, and protect your smile for years. Number 2 is citrus fruits, the acidic erosion agent. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits. These fruits are often seen as the go-to source for vitamin C, supporting your immune system and overall health. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Citrus fruits can be one of the biggest threats to your teeth, especially if you're over 60. Why? Because citrus fruits are highly acidic, and that acid doesn't just pass through your system. It starts damaging your teeth the moment it hits your mouth. The acid in citrus softens and breaks down enamel, which is the protective outer layer of your teeth. Over time, this leads to tooth sensitivity, yellowing, and a much higher risk of decay. And the worst part, once enamel is gone, it doesn't grow back. A 2020 study from the Journal of Clinical Dentistry found that adults over 60 who consumed citrus fruits or juices daily had a 58% higher risk of enamel erosion and reported more frequent tooth pain and temperature sensitivity. As you age, your natural saliva production slows down, meaning your mouth isn't washing away acids as efficiently as it once did. That means when you eat a slice of grapefruit or drink orange juice, those acids linger longer, giving them more time to break down enamel. And here's a common mistake: brushing your teeth right after eating citrus. It might seem like good hygiene, but brushing when enamel is softened by acid can actually scrub away that outer layer even faster. Even fruit juices like orange or grapefruit juice are risky. They're often worse than soda in terms of acid content, especially if you're sipping slowly throughout the morning. The longer the acid sits on your teeth, the more damage it can do. So what should you do? Enjoy citrus fruits in moderation, and always with other foods, never on an empty stomach. After eating citrus, Rinse your mouth with water and wait at least 30 minutes before brushing. If you drink citrus juice, use a straw to limit direct contact with your teeth. Looking for safer sources of vitamin C, bell peppers, strawberries, and broccoli can give you the same benefits without the acid damage. Citrus might be healthy for your body, but if you're not careful, it can be harmful for your teeth. Make small changes now and protect your smile for years to come. Number 3 is hard nuts, crackers of teeth and fillings. Nuts are often seen as one of the healthiest snacks around. Almonds, peanuts, cashews, they're packed with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Many doctors even recommend them for heart health. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Hard nuts can be a hidden danger for aging teeth, especially if you have fillings, crowns, or weakened enamel. Let's get into why. As we age, our teeth become more brittle. Enamel, the hard outer layer that protects the tooth, wears down over time from years of chewing, brushing, and even grinding. In older adults, this means teeth are less flexible and more prone to cracking or breaking, even during normal chewing. Now, combine that with a rock-hard almond or an unroasted peanut, and you have a recipe for trouble. A 2019 study in the Journal of Geriatric Dentistry reported that seniors over 65 who regularly consumed hard nuts were twice as likely to experience cracked molars or damage to dental restorations like crowns and bridges. Some even reported losing entire fillings from just one careless bite. And it's not just natural tooth structure at risk. If you've had dental work like veneers, implants, or partials, the sudden pressure from biting into a hard nut can loosen or break those too. Many people don't realize that chewing forces increase with age as we compensate for reduced chewing efficiency, which puts even more stress on already vulnerable teeth. There's also the jaw fatigue factor. Seniors with TMJ issues or weaker jaw muscles may feel discomfort after chewing hard foods, especially if they have dry mouth, which is common in aging adults and often caused by medications. Without adequate saliva, chewing becomes more difficult, and the risk of choking or cracking increases. So, what can you do? You don't have to quit nuts, just be careful. Skip very hard whole ones. Try sliced, soaked, or nut butters instead. Mix softer nuts into foods like yogurt to reduce pressure on your teeth. And don't fall for the myth, "I've always eaten nuts, so it's fine." Teeth age, and one wrong bite can crack a tooth. Protect the smile you've had for decades. Snack smarter and avoid dental damage. Make smart swaps and keep enjoying healthy snacks without the dental risk. Number 4 is chewable vitamins, sweet and sinister. They look like candy. They taste like candy, and they're often marketed as a fun, easy way to get your daily nutrients. Chewable vitamins, whether they're multivitamins, calcium chews, or even gummy supplements, are popular among seniors because they seem convenient. But here's the catch. They may be doing more harm to your teeth than good. Let's break it down. Many chewable vitamins are made with added sugars, glucose syrups, and citric acid, the very ingredients that dental professionals warn against. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of Oral Health and Preventive Dentistry, daily use of chewable or gummy supplements was linked to higher rates of enamel erosion, tooth sensitivity, and cavities, especially in older adults with reduced saliva production. Why are these vitamins so harmful? Because they stick to the surface of your teeth, especially around the gum line. The sugar lingers, feeding harmful bacteria in your mouth, which then release acid that attacks your enamel. And that sweet, fruity flavor, often achieved with acidic flavoring agents that lower the pH in your mouth, making your enamel even more vulnerable. Now here's the part that affects seniors the most. As you age, your natural enamel becomes thinner, and saliva production drops, especially if you're on medications that cause dry mouth, a very common side effect in the older adults. With less saliva to wash away acids and sugars, chewable vitamins sit in your mouth longer, leading to faster tooth decay and increased sensitivity. And let's not forget about dental restorations, fillings, crowns, or dentures. The sticky texture of many chewables can pull at fillings, lodge between teeth, and even accelerate staining or erosion near dental work. So, what can you do? First, rethink how you take your vitamins. Swallowable capsules or sugar-free tablets are much better for your teeth. If you use chewables, take them with meals, rinse after, and never before bed, when saliva is lowest. And don't assume vitamin means safe. It's not just what's in it, it's how it affects your mouth. Your goal is full body health, teeth included. A small change in how you take supplements can protect enamel and keep your smile strong. Number 5 is fruit juices, liquid sugar. That sticks and stains. You probably think starting your day with a glass of orange or apple juice is a healthy habit. After all, it's 100% fruit, packed with vitamins, and it feels light and refreshing. But for your teeth, especially as you get older, fruit juice can be one of the most damaging things you drink. Let's talk about why. Fruit juices, even the ones labeled no added sugar, are still loaded with natural sugars and acids. When fruit is juiced, all the fiber that helps protect your teeth in whole fruit is stripped away, leaving behind a highly concentrated liquid that coats your teeth in sugar. That sugar becomes a feast for bacteria in your mouth, which then produce acid, and that acid attacks your enamel. Even worse, juices are usually sipped slowly over time, at breakfast, throughout the morning, or between meals. That means your teeth are getting prolonged exposure to sugar and acid, hour after hour. According to a 2018 clinical review in the Journal of Dental Research, frequent fruit juice consumption in adults over 60 was associated with a 40% higher risk of enamel erosion and dental staining, particularly in the front teeth. And for seniors, the risk is even greater. As we age, saliva flow decreases, especially if you're on common medications like blood pressure pills or antidepressants. With less saliva, your mouth doesn't rinse itself as effectively, so the juice lingers longer, and so does the acid damage. Fruit juices also contain pigments that can discolor your teeth over time. Grape juice, pomegranate juice, even apple juice. They may look light, but they can leave stains, especially on thinning or porous enamel. If you've noticed your teeth looking more yellow or dull lately, your daily juice habit might be to blame. So, what should you do? If you love juice, drink it in moderation. Never sip it all day. Have it with meals. Use a straw. Rinse with water after, and wait 30 minutes before brushing to protect softened enamel. And forget the myth. Natural doesn't mean tooth-friendly. Whole fruits like apples and berries are safer. They offer fiber, boost saliva, and help clean your teeth. Juice may seem healthy, but for aging teeth it's a sugary, acidic bath. Drink smart, and your enamel will thank you. Number 6 is BBQ sauce, the sweet, sticky enamel killer. Barbecue sauce is a summer favorite. Whether it's on ribs, chicken, or burgers, its smoky sweet flavor brings comfort and tradition to the table. But here's the truth most seniors don't know. BBQ sauce is one of the worst condiments you can use for your teeth, especially as you get older. Let's look at why. Barbecue sauce is a triple threat. First, it's loaded with sugar. Many store-bought versions contain more sugar per serving than ketchup, or even some desserts. Second, it's often made with vinegar and acidic tomato base, which drops the pH and makes the sauce highly erosive to enamel. Third, it's dark in color, which means it's full of pigments that cling to your teeth and cause visible staining, especially if your enamel has already started to thin. As we age, our enamel naturally wears down, becoming more porous and sensitive. According to a 2020 study from the American Dental Association, adults over 60 who regularly consumed high-sugar sauces like BBQ were more likely to experience enamel discoloration, erosion, and early gum recession, particularly near crowns and bridges. But it's not just about sugar and acid. BBQ sauce is also sticky. It clings to your teeth, especially around the gum line, between molars, and near dental restorations. That makes it harder to rinse away and gives bacteria more time to produce acid, increasing your risk of tooth decay, plaque buildup, and bad breath. For seniors with crowns, veneers, or dentures, BBQ sauce poses another risk. It can stain artificial teeth and trap bacteria around the edges, leading to irritation or even infection if not cleaned properly. So, what's the solution? Love BBQ? No need to quit. Just use sauces sparingly and rinse your mouth right after eating. Brush gently after 30 minutes and try lower sugar or homemade versions with less vinegar and dye. Myth to forget. It's just sauce, it doesn't matter. Sticky, acidic condiments can harm teeth like sugary snacks, clinging long after the meal. The good news is, you can still enjoy the flavors you love while protecting your teeth. Swap out heavy sauces for herbs, olive oil marinades, or spice rubs. Your mouth and your dentist will thank you. Don't let a squeeze of sauce undo decades of care. Number 7 is berries. Beautiful, but pigment-packed. Berries are often praised as one of the healthiest fruits you can eat. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. They're rich in antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins, and they're a popular choice among seniors trying to eat clean. But here's something you might not expect. Certain berries can seriously stain and weaken your teeth over time, especially if you're over 60. Let's break it down. Berries contain natural pigments known as anthocyanins. These are the same compounds that give berries their deep, vibrant colors. Unfortunately, these pigments are also notorious for staining tooth enamel, particularly if the enamel is already thinning, a common condition among older adults. As enamel wears down with age, your teeth become more porous, meaning they absorb stains more easily. This can leave your smile looking dull, yellowed, or even bluish after repeated exposure. But that's not all. Berries are also acidic, and even though the acidity is mild compared to citrus fruits, it's still enough to soften the enamel, making it easier for stains to set in. According to a 2017 study in the Journal of Dentistry, adults over 60 who consumed dark berries multiple times a week were significantly more likely to experience surface staining, enamel roughness, and increased tooth sensitivity compared to those who consumed lighter fruits. Another factor, saliva production. As we age, our mouths produce less saliva, which normally helps rinse away acids and pigments. Without that natural rinse, berry juice and pulp tend to linger longer on your teeth, especially near the gum line and between molars. Over time, this buildup can lead to discoloration, tartar accumulation, and in some cases, minor erosion. Love berry smoothies? Be careful. Blending berries releases more sugar and acid, and the liquid coats your teeth, giving stains and erosion more power. You don't need to skip berries entirely. Just enjoy them with other foods, rinse your mouth after, and wait 30 minutes before brushing. If you drink smoothies, use a straw to limit contact. And forget the myth. Natural foods can't stain teeth. Dark berries can dull your smile over time, especially if your enamel is already worn.